but this is different. This is हेलो भैया, ये बैटरी चार्ज नहीं है आपकी। हाँ, दूसरा है बैटरी। ठीक है। So, as you all know, that today we will start with chapter number 6. There are 4-5 concepts in this chapter. In this chapter, we'll study about business process reengineering, which is known as BPR. After this, we will study benchmarking, topic number 2. After this, topic number 3 is TQM, that is total quality management. After that, Six Sigma, 4 topics. These 4 are the major topics: Six Sigma, BPR, yes, tell, yes, yes, great.
चल रहा था। ऑफ हो गया सर।
हाँ, बैटरी ये रेड हो गया।
ओके, हो गया।
So 4 topics. We will study business process reengineering, benchmarking, total quality management, Six Sigma. These 4 are the major topics. Apart from this, we will study about ERP, which is basically amendment. ERP, this was not there in the last syllabus, so it is recently added in June 2022 exam. ERP is your topic, and ERP, after ERP, we have to study, along with ERP, we have to study fintech, AI, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology. So these topics we have to study. Basically, all this thing now given in very detail. Irrelevant things is also given. So we will study very selectively in this chapter, especially last topics like blockchain, fintech, AI, ERP. Other 4 topics we will study in very detail. That is Six Sigma, benchmarking, TQM, and ERP. So shall we start, or should we wait? We should start. Okay. Okay, so first we will do ERP, sorry, BPR. BPR known as business process reengineering. We have studied reengineering, right? In last chapter, what do you mean by reengineering? Redesigning. Yes, restructuring. Similarly, the same concept is here, BPR. Now, first question, why we are studying all this BPR, Six Sigma, benchmarking? Why? Because we want to achieve some strategic edge. The name of the chapter is Analyzing Strategic Edge. Edge means how you can outperform others, how you can be extraordinary, how you can reach that edge. So that is why this chapter name is analyzing strategic edge. And to get that strategic edge, you follow certain process like BPR, benchmarking, Six Sigma, all of this. Okay. So our first technique of getting strategic edge is BPR, business process re-engineering. So re-engineering means we studied in the last chapter that it means redesigning your whole business. Again, designing your whole business to increase your efficiency, to achieve something, to improve your performance drastically. So this is something which is business process re-engineering. Re-engineering means you are not satisfied with your result and you want to re-engineer, you want to redesign your whole process to dramatically improve your performance, to improve your performance to great extent. That is BPR. Like, we don't want to make small improvements, no, we want to make huge improvements, big difference. Zameen Asman, what we say, ground to sky. Okay, so we want to make this much difference in our performance. Then we follow BPR. So before going to the book, I want to give you an example. That remember we used to use that Kodak reel, Kodak camera was initially, there was Kodak that camera which used to where earlier when the digital camera was not introduced, when we were like kids, at that point of time there was a brand known as Kodak. Okay, it used to make camera, that particular reel camera where you have to put the reel inside the camera and you click photos immediately, you can't see the photos. It will take time to process that reel and then you get that hard copy photos. Remember we have that hard copy photos of our childhood, everybody have I guess. Yes, that earlier this company was one of the first company to implement the re-engineering process. Now what does this mean, re-engineering? Let's take an example that Kodak earlier it used to click pictures and give us hard copy photos, and to print that reel, to actually print that reel, print that hard copy photos, let's say it takes 2 weeks, 14 days. It takes 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 14 days. And now what Kodak want to dramatically improve the performance, not like 1-2 days, we want to just reduce it to 50%, we want to make the photo in 1 week. So for improving your performance by 50%, like it's a huge improvement. Earlier you used to take 14 days, now you want to print photos in 7 days. It is a big target, and to achieve this big target, to achieve this huge improvement, you have to re-engineer your whole process, your whole structure. That is known as business process re-engineering. Are we clear with the concept of BPR, business process re-engineering? Yes. So BPR, business process re-engineering, BPR, it is also known as business process redesign, business transformation, business process change management, business process re-engineering. All these are same. BP is common in everyone, in every name. BPR, BPCM, BT, business transformation. Okay, so all these are same. It is an endeavor to fabricate the operation of the business on an extensive scale. Extensive scale means huge scale. You don't want to make small improvement. You want to make a dramatic change, huge improvement. So here you are fabricating your operations on extensive scale, and the act of recreating your core business process. You are recreating your core business process with the goal of improving your product output, quality, and reducing cost. And your overall goal is to improve your product, increase your revenue, increase your quality, and reduce the cost. Example I gave Kodak. Earlier it used to print the photos in 14 days, take out the photos, and now we want to do it in 7 days. So it's like we want to make a huge improvement. So for that we have to redesign our whole process on a very big scale, extensive scale. That is known as BPR, business process re-engineering or redesigning, business process redesigning. Primary objective is to eliminate redundancy. See, the main objective of BPR is how we can reduce time. Let's say Kodak says that okay, we will reduce the time of printing photos, getting real photos from 14 days to 7 days. How we can do so? Majorly we focus on, in BPR we focus on reducing duplicacy. Duplicacy means if there is any task which is done twice, multiple times, we will try to reduce it. We will try to reduce the duplicate tasks which are done because there is wastage of resources, time, money in duplicating tasks. So our main objective will be eliminating redundancies, eliminating duplicate tasks which can be done in one time. Why to do it in 5 times and waste time and money? So the main focus of BPR, how we can improve our performance by eliminating redundancy, by eliminating duplicacy, by eliminating duplicacy. So this is one of the major primary objective of BPR, is to eliminate redundancy, eliminate duplicacy, and eliminate enterprise cost. If you will, it is very obvious that if you will reduce duplicacy, it will reduce the overall cost of the organization. So what are the two prime objective of BPR? Number one, eliminating redundancy, and next, eliminating cost. Are we clear with this? Yes. BPR definition. One definition of BPR is given by Hammer and Champy. How you will remember hammer? When someone put hammer in your head, your whole head get redesigned. So business process redesigning, your business process redesigning or restructuring. Hammer and Champy. Hammer and Champy. Hammer and Champy has given the definition of business process redesigning. Also, when someone gives you Champy in your head, it redesigns you get energized, and it helps you re-engineer your head, re-engineer your mind. So business process re-engineering, definition given by Hammer and Champy. What is the definition? BPR is a fundamental rethinking and radical redesign. Radical means not small, radical means big, big redesigning, huge redesigning, large redesigning. So BPR is the fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning your business process to achieve radical improvements. I told you we don't want small improvement. No, we want to direct shift from 14 days to 7 days, not from 14 days to 10 days. We want radical improvements, huge improvements. Yes, that is business process redesigning in essential contemporary measures of performance such as cost, quality, service. Hammer and Champy further stress re-engineering is about business reinvention, not business improvement, business enhancement or business modification. What basically we are doing, this is not just an improvement, this is reinvention. It's like we are giving a new birth to the business. So that is business re-engineering. It is more about reinvention rather than just improvement, enhancement or modification. We are not just doing modification, we are doing reinvention. It's like giving birth again. So that is business process reinvention. Are we clear with this? So what we studied till now, what do you mean by BPR? Business process reengineering. Here you are redesigning your whole process, and that too in a very large scale, huge scale, to have some dramatic improvement, some radical improvement, some huge improvement. Example, Kodak printing photos in 14 days, now in 7 days. It's like huge improvement. So that is redesigning your business to get some huge improvement, is your business process redesigning, business process re-engineering. And the major objective is to, number one, eliminating redundancy, eliminating duplicate words, and eliminating cost. If you will eliminate redundancy, duplicacy, it will ultimately eliminate the cost. Who has given the definition of business process re-engineering? Hammer and Champy. Hammer and Champy, he has given the definition of BPR, that a BPR is fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning. You are redesigning to get some radical improvement. Radical means huge improvements. And he said that it is more like a reinvention rather than just modification or improvement. You are not focusing only on improvement, you are focusing on reinvention. It's like giving new birth. So this was all about business process re-engineering, and also it is another form of innovation. It's like innovation. You are bringing some innovation. You are trying to make a real photo in 7 days from 14 days. Obviously you need some innovation for this. Origin not important from exam point of view, just we have to see the basic, that this business process re-engineering came popular in 1990, inspired by article. There was an article named Re-engineering Work, Don't Automate, Obliterate. Don't automate, obliterate. An article in Harvard Business Review, which was published in Harvard Business Review by Michael Hammer. There was an article named Don't Automate, Obliterate. This means Automate means when we shift from labor intensive to machine incentives, automatic, that is automate. So here in BPR we are not focusing on automating, rather obliterate. Obliterate means reducing the duplicate work, reducing redundancy. So there was an article named "Don't Automate, Obliterate," and this article was published in Harvard Business Review. On the basis of this article, the concept of BPR came in applicability, and the concept underlying principle of BPR, that the manager must demolish such component of work that do not make any value addition and further automation if it is possible. What did this article said? That this article said that if there is any activity, like there is a BPR, there is a whole process, in the business. Some processes are duplicate, some processes are not at all useful. You are following the process, but it's not creating any value addition. So why not eliminate those process and those duplicate process, or those process which are not creating any value addition? So by this we change our whole process, redesign our whole process. This is BPR. So in BPR we must demolish such component of work that do not make any value addition and further automating if possible. So demolish means discontinue those activities which are not creating any value addition. It's better to discontinue those activities which are not creating any value addition or which are duplicate in nature. After evaluation of the concept, BPR was successfully implemented in few high profile companies such as Hallmark and Kodak. These two were the first companies to implement the concept of BPR. Which two companies? Hallmark and Kodak. Hallmark and Kodak were the first two companies to implement the concept of BPR in their real life, in their organization. So this is all about history, not important from exam point of view. We just saw some keywords. Okay, next is objectives of BPR. What is the main objective? See, main objective is to improve performance, reduce redundancy and all this. So what is the main objectives of BPR? Number one, boost effectiveness by producing higher quality product. By improving the process, what we are doing, we are trying to improve our performance, and if we improve our performance, then obviously quality of product will get improved. So first objective is boost effectiveness and higher quality product. Improve efficiency. If you will eliminate the duplicate process, it will lead to higher efficiency and better utilization of resources. Cost saving, obviously, since the duplicate work will be reduced, there will be cost saving. Meaningful work to employees, since the bad work or those work which does not create any value addition, we will eliminate those work, we will remove those work. So by removing those work which are duplicate in nature or which does not create any value addition at all, don't you think that all the bad work will be eliminated, so employees will get only good work, so employees will get meaningful work. So any duplicate work or unnecessary work they will not get. So employees will get meaningful work. Next is it will be flexible towards future changes. When we redesign our organization, obviously we are making it changes according to the environment. So by redesigning we make it flexible for future changes also. Business growth, it leads to business growth and expansion. So this objective now are general in nature. So in MCQ, if these objectives are asked in MCQ, you can take the correct answer by elimination approach. By elimination approach, you can easily solve this objectives, advantage, disadvantage very easily, because we have MCQ paper. Okay, so this was about BPR. Now typology of BPR. Who has given the typology of BPR project? Earl. How you will remember this? Pearl is a type of stone. So Pearl typology. Earl typology. Earl is a type of stone. This is Vaiyakh logics, just to remember the name. Earl, Pearl is a type of stone. So typology of BPR project. Just to link and remember the name. Earl has given typology of BPR project. Typology of BPR project. Typology means how you can implement BPR. In which process you can apply BPR. So number one is core process. Core process means your main process. When in your main process you apply BPR, that is core process BPR. Example, madam, Example, let's take the example of Amazon. What is the main process of Amazon? Order fulfillment of customer. If somebody place any order from Amazon, we should fulfill it properly. It should get packed, it should get dispatched and delivered to customer. So this is our main process. So if we apply BPR, business process reengineering, in our main process to improve our process, acha, that till now we were taking 10 days to deliver. Now we want to improve this order fulfillment process. We want to deliver a better quality product at the less time. We want to deliver at 4 days. So the thing is, when you apply the BPR in your main process, the main activity, like Amazon main activity is order fulfillment, then it is known as core process BPR. So if you see here, core process BPR are central to business functioning and represent primary value chain activities which relate directly to the external customers. Example, order fulfillment process. This your core process, like I sell shoes, so my core process is selling shoes to customers, right? So this core process is obviously directly related to the customers, Example, order fulfillment process of Amazon. Example, order fulfillment process of Amazon, you can just understand with the help of example. So this is core process when you are focusing on your value chain activities to deliver the product directly to the customer. When you re-engineer that process, that is known as core process BPR. Next is supportive process. Supportive process means not main process, but this process are also supporting your main operation. Example, Amazon main process is order fulfillment. Now let's say in order to run Amazon, they have a proper application software application they have. So everybody has Amazon in their phone. So to manage properly the app, the website, so that the website doesn't get hanged, website gives you proper real-time information, real-time prices, proper update you. The soon you place the order and make the payment, it updates you, okay, payment made. So if you are taking care of the app, if you are redesigning your app, is the app your main process? No, it is supplementary process or secondary process, you can say. So when you redesign that supplementary process, example, IT, your softwares, these are known as support process BPR. Core process BPR, when you do the BPR of your main process, core process, example, order fulfillment. Supportive support process BPR means when you apply BPR in any other process like finance process or software process, IT process, etc., which supports your main operation, that is support process BPR. See here, support process are the back office process which reinforce the core process. Reinforce means which ultimately helps the core yani main process. They are typically secondary value chain. They are secondary. Core process are mainly primary and support process are secondary. Example, IT, information technology, software applications, your financial systems, your human resource system. Because your financial system, your IT system, your human resource system ultimately help you to carry out your main process effectively and efficiently. So these are the supportive process, and main process is your main activity, what you are doing. Selling shoes, okay, selling shoes to customer is your main activity. Now to sell shoes, you must have proper HR process, finance process, IT process, that are other supportive process. I hope that this is crystal clear to all of you. Next is business network process. This extends beyond the boundaries of organization into other organizations such as suppliers and customer. Business network means your network of suppliers and customer. How do you purchase raw material from the suppliers? How do you do the customer service to your, how do you provide customer service to your customers? So if I talk about the whole network outside the organization and we redesign that whole process outside the organization, that is business network process. Network means it extends beyond the boundaries of organization, and here we deal with other organization, we deal with suppliers, we deal with customers. Next is management process. Management process means simply you are redesigning your whole management, the subject which you are studying, strategic management. You are redesigning your planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. You are redesigning your strategic management process. That is all management process. So management process, those processes through which a firm plan, organize, control resources. Example, strategic development or managing the organization. Managing the organization, that is management, which we studied in chapter 1, and strategic development, which we studied in basically chapter 2. So the thing is, how do we redesign? How do we redesign our business? So there are four types. There are four types of BPR. One, you can redesign your core process, then you can redesign your supportive process, then you can redesign your network, and then you can redesign your internal management. Internal management. Network is external, and then management is internal. So, what is the typology of BPR? How you can redesign your business? How you can redesign your business? Number one, core process means your main process. Example, order fulfillment. Next is support process, which support the main process. Example, IT, finance, HR. Next is network. Network of suppliers and customers. Next is internal management. Your internal management, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, your internal strategic management. So these are the typologies of BPR. Are we clear with this? What we studied till now, we studied that what do you mean by BPR? BPR means redesigning your business drastically, very critically, to make some radical improvements, huge improvements. You are redesigning your whole structure, your whole process, and there are two main primary objectives: to reduce redundancies and to eliminate cost, to eliminate redundancy and to eliminate cost. Then we read certain objectives, and then typology of BPR. Typology is a core process, supportive process, business network, and management process. Are we clear with this? Now, factors affecting successful implementation of BPR. Hammer and Champy came again. Hammer and Champy. As per Hammer and Champy, BPR is certainly the change management. Why change management? Because you are redesigning it now, you are changing your organization now, you are managing change. So BPR is a change management approach. This might be asked in MCQ. BPR is dash approach, 4 options. Yes, BPR is a change management approach. Who said this? Hammer and Champy. Now, Al-Mashari Jairi gave 5 factors for the successful implementation of BPR. How you will remember this? Successful implementation. MashaAllah. 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 Successful implementation. And MashaAllah is an Urdu word. So this way you can remember this. Al-Mashari and Jairi. This is Muslim name, na? Al-Mashari Jairi. So he gave MashaAllah. MashaAllah means successful. When something good happens, we say MashaAllah, na? When something good happens. So successful implementation is good. So MashaAllah given by Al-Mashari. Just to remember, memory technique. Al-Mashari Zairi gave 5 factors for successful implementation of BPR. 5 factors you can follow for successful implementation of BPR. What you have to do so that your BPR will become successful? Number 1, change in management. Obviously, you are redesigning your whole process, bro. You have to change your management also. Next is management competency. Competency means their skills, their core capabilities, their USP. We have to update our competencies also, so that we will be able to print our reels in 7 days instead of 14 days. Okay, so we have to improve our competencies. We have to change the organization structure. We have to do the project management. And lastly, we have to take help of IT, information technology, softwares and all. So with the help of these 4 things, we can successfully implement a BPR. Number 1, change in management. Number 2, management competencies, then organization structure, then BPR project management, then IT structure. With the help of these 4 things, those 4 are the factors through which you can successfully implement the BPR process. Number 1, change in management, management competencies, organization structure, BPR project management, and IT sub-structures. BPR is bifold challenge. Why bifold challenge? Because here you are challenged technically also and socio-cultural also. There is 2 type of challenge in BPR: technical challenge and socio-cultural challenge. Technical challenge means you want to dramatically improve your performance. Then obviously you have to make use of IT, you have to make use of technology, right? So here you have to make use of technology. So that is why it is a technological challenge for you, and socio-cultural. Why? Because people resist change. BPR is about changing. BPR is about redesigning now. Like till now you were saying employees, they are physically making the product. Now you are saying that okay, make in machine, you just have to put the raw material in the machine and machine will make the final product. So if you are redesigning your whole process, then don't you think that employees will not accept the change very easily? Yes. So there will be a socio-cultural challenge to make them accept the change. So here one point is given that BPR is a bifold challenge. Bifold means one, there is technical challenge, and another there is socio-cultural challenge. Technical challenge means creating radical process designed to improve the existing system. Technical means you are making use of IT, you are doing the radical process redesigning to improve your existing system. And socio-cultural means reaction against change from the organizational employees. Against the change. Why? Because employees don't want change. Now you are saying, bro, we will 80% change the whole production process. They will get shocked. They will not change at all. So that is why there is a socio-cultural challenge, so that you have to make the employees accept the change. And this technological challenge, with the help of technology, with the help of IT, you have to redesign, restructure the whole process. So in BPR there are two challenge, bifold challenge. Yes, yes. What are those two challenge? Technical and socio-cultural. Now what are the reason for failure of BPR? What could be the possible reason for failure of BPR? Number one, employees resistant to change. Employees don't really prefer change. This could be the one of the reason of failure of BPR. Communication breakdown. If there is no proper communication, then also BPR will fail. And personal turnover. Personal turnover means employees turnover. Employees turnover means employees leaving the organization. Okay, so what could be the possible reason for the failure of BPR? Number one, employees resistant to change. Number two, communication breakdown. And number three, personal turnover. Now, what are the steps of BPR? You want to implement BPR. What are the steps of implementing BPR? Following steps. Number one, you have to find the objective. Objective means, okay, what you want to do? Reduce time. Example, Kodak example, let's take. Okay, you want to reduce time. You want to reduce time of making example, now this is example. Example, you want to reduce time of making a reel photo from 14 days to 13 days. So this is your objective. For if you have a proper objective, then only you will implement a BPR now for achieving that objective. So first is define objective and framework. There must be a clear definition of objective for choosing BPR. Such objective must be quantitative and qualitative, and after defining the requirement must be communicated to employees. First you have to determine the objective. Okay, for which purpose you will implement BPR? When you want some dramatic improvement. What improvement you want? We want to reduce time of making photo, printing photo from 14 days to 7 days. From 14 days to 7 days. This is just example I am giving. So first you have to define the objective, that for which purpose you want to implement the BPR, and you have to communicate that objective to your employees. You have to communicate those objectives to your employees. After that, next is customer need. Now you have decided that okay, you want to reduce the time. Ask your customer also what is their need. Customer will to say we want immediate photo. We click immediate photo. So you know there are cameras where you click and immediately they give you printed photos, that small Insta. Yes, Insta name. With that you click. However, there are limit in the number of photos you can print with that. But you can click and immediately you will get photo. Yes. So if you have an objective, you want a dramatic improvement, you want huge improvement, and for that you want to do BPR, then why not ask customer? What's your need? Accordingly we will implement the BPR. So before implementing the BPR, ask your customer what is their need. Example, customer said okay, we want a photo in one day only or immediately. So accordingly we will consider their needs, and we will re-engineer our process accordingly to satisfy the customer needs. So here, identify customer needs. The requirement and feedback of customer must be given due importance while designing the BPR. It must be ensured that the new process are able to deliver the added value to the customer. We have to identify the customer need and we have to give them some additional value by this re-engineering process. Identify the existing process. Why you are printing now photo in 14 days? You have to identify the current process. Then only you will be able to redesign it now. Then only you will be able to improve it. So the thing is, first you have to identify the current process. So here you have to analyze your existing process by doing SWOT analysis. That is your internal strength and weakness analysis. Your internal strength and weakness. Okay, that what is my strength? What is my weakness? What is my weakness? Okay, that I am printing a photo in 14 days. That is my weakness. So you have to analyze your existing process. After that, you have to finally redesign your business plan. Here the modifications will be made and the new plan will be laid by selecting the best alternative. Now you will select one of the best alternative. Let's say you have four options. Four options. Either I can do this or this or this or this to reduce my photo printing days from 14 days to 7 days. So you have to select the best alternative and then finally make a new design. Make a new design and then implement it. Finally, where the new process is operational and adopted by the team. When you implement it, bring it into action and it becomes operational, that is implementing the BPR. So are we clear with the steps of BPR? Yes. First, what is the step one? Define objective. Example, we want to reduce time of Kodak printing photo. Then identify customer needs. Then study the existing process, then formulate the business plan, new business plan, and then implement the new redesign plan. Are we clear with this? With this, we are done with the first topic, BPR, business process re-engineering. Are we clear with this? Any doubt in BPR? Any doubt in BPR? So basically, if I tell you the crux of BPR now, in BPR now we are totally changing, totally like upside down. We are totally redesigning our business, our process, core process, supplement process, IT, management, etc. We are redesigning our whole business to achieve some great aim, to achieve some great improvement, to reduce redundancy, to reduce cost. This is like the crux of BPR. This is the crux of BPR. Are we clear with this? Yes?